And we are back on the Chosen Life podcast. Don't adjust your sets. That's not Buddha in the background. That is Karim Garcia joining us for episode number 168. Karim, the fans have been asking and checking in on you. So let's jump in. If you give us a health update, how are you doing? You look like $1 million.
I am doing better. Thank you. I'm happy to be here with you, my brother. Feeling better. But let's talk about some baseball. Ready for it?
You're always ready for baseball. So he's doing well, folks. So don't get alarmed. Kareem is out and about and feeling 100%, looks 100%, and he's excited about the world of baseball. So, this week I'm going to ask you one of the most difficult questions, Mr. Trevor Bauer. So, for episode 168, Trevor Bauer, were you surprised to hear that he re-signed? So he went from Japan to Mexico, back to Japan. Surprised?
I was very surprised that he went to Japan. I would have thought that he was gonna be in the MLB, Major Leagues, but I guess he didn't like whatever they offer. He was looking to 2 years, three years is difficult. I doubt it. Maybe 1 year after that, but not two.
So if you were a betting man, would you say that a team did come forward probably with an invite to spring training, that the opportunity might have been there?
Yes, absolutely. But he was looking for more than just 1 year. So it's difficult right now.
So interesting. You talk to 10 sources and you're going to get 20 opinions on the subject matter. And people out there thinking that maybe he didn't even get the invite. And I'd be shocked. I mean, look at the numbers, what he posted in Mexico after the year he had in Japan. I mean, these are groundbreaking numbers. And watching how pitchers are already starting to drop like flies, ask the Mets, he'd look pretty good in a Mets uniform right now.
Yes. A lot of teams, like you mentioned it right now. I don't know what's going on with the Mets. They always get hurt.
Yeah, it's something about spring training but you think about, the pitchers that they signed, they were still like Frankie Montas, for example, high risk, high reward. But I don't think a shocker to hear that he's starting off slow. Sean Manaea starting off slow. This has got to be Mets fans' worst nightmare.
They need to be like Dodgers. They got like 20 starters, something like that.
Which seemingly seems like they possibly have. And I'm gonna ask you, jumping into that question. So an alignment now, uh, Bauer's old team, the LA Dodgers, the one team probably in baseball doesn't need him right now. Uh, I'm pretty much ready to hand him the World Series trophy at this point, Kareem. They are looking really good to start the year with the amount of talent they put together. Uh, how do you have this much talent on one team?
I've seen all other teams with talent like that. Unfortunately, is they have to pull for each other. Okay, it's very difficult because those guys they know they have to win no matter what. Something can happen. Confidence, there's gonna be a problem for them. They're not loving or feeling like playing for something else because they think they're gonna win everything.
So if you were a betting man right now in spring training, we're so far away from World Series, but what are you thinking the chances are the Dodgers are winning the World Series this year?
I don't know. I won't put them to winning the World Series. Or really, I don't know why, but I don't think they can do it.
Are they going to make it to the World Series?
I mean, they have to make the playoff, but I don't see them going to the World Series.
They're not even going to make it to the World Series. Uh-huh.
Probably not. This is going to be surprising. Yeah, it's going to be a surprise.
You think my Phillies are going to do it this year? The team that I've been calling for the last couple of years?
Everybody, even Atlanta, other teams, San Diego. I mean, it's a lot of teams are ready.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of competition this year for the Dodgers, and a lot of teams got, beefed up, I would say, with talent. The Yankees could still be in there. As at this point right now, just with that talent level, especially If Otani's gonna be pitching, I'm ready to hand him the World Series at this point, but you never ever know. Are we going to ever see Trevor Bauer back in Major League Baseball? The fact that he's not in spring training this year at 34, 35 years old, is he done, or is there still a chance we will see him back 1 year?
Very difficult. I don't see him playing to MLB anymore. He shouldn't be in right now in this the spring training right now.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I don't know what his contract's going to say in Japan, but I'm going to guess the Yokohama Bay Stars, when they sign him, I would guess there's not an opt-out. I think once he made the decision to go for a year, he's committed for the year over there.
It's very difficult that a Japanese give you opt out to go to MLB. You know, Eh, hopefully he put it on, but I mean he has a chance.
But I think he's going to have a very good year over there. He had a very good year there the first year, then really shown in Mexico. What do you think the thought process? Why not come back to Mexico for a year? What is the reasoning you thinking of why he went back to Japan at the end?
Competition. Japan is a little harder league than Mexico, with the stop respect with Mexico, but Japan is a little more harder league.
And the talent level, how would the Japanese talent league talent be in their league versus, let's say, MLB?
Japan gotta be uh, not triple A, it's more like four A's, almost close to MLB.
Triple A. So let's say, for example, the Dodgers faced off against the Oklahoma Bay Stars. Who's going to win that game?
It's gonna be interesting, real interesting.
It's going to feel like two Japanese teams facing off with with the amount of
Yeah,
Japanese talent they
exactly.
have on the Dodgers. But I would guess that the Dodgers probably would win that one,
I'm sure they will.
but it'd be close.
Yes, two
Well,
to
it's good.
one.
And we're gonna hold off and we're gonna talk about some news from your end. We're gonna talk about that one next week. But I want to stay on the Dodgers just for a little while. Any as far as interest wise, as far as the signings that they had this year, Kareem, like were you shocked about Sasaki going there at the end?
No, I wasn't. I mean, they have all the Japanese players over there, and I would have thought that he was going to sign probably con San Diego with San Diego, but I mean, I understand for the business for him, money wise, all the people they bring with Japan, with Otani and everybody else. So that's why.
So if you were gonna look in your crystal ball between Yamamoto, Sasaki, Otani, what are you thinking? Are they all three going to have solid years this year for the Dodgers, pitching wise?
I don't know Otani, all his arm. I don't know if he's probably have 15 to 17 starts for the whole year. That's max for me. That's what I think.
And Yamamoto?
He should better, second year, so freshman year. Hopefully have a better year.
Well, time will tell on them. I think we're all very excited to see, and they're starting off in Japan to start the year with the Cubs. Is there a disadvantage to start off internationally compared to all the other teams when this like is there more risk of injury because of having to do the travel and the time zones and everything and starting off differently than everybody else versus starting off in North America? Or do you think there's an advantage for the Dodgers and Cubs by starting earlier?
It's better for the Dodgers. It's going to give a little break to come back to start, the season. After they start first, they have probably a week to start again, just in case if you have injuries or anything like that, that you can actually check and start your season.
Well, let's see. Hopefully they all come back healthy. Now, as we're ending today's episode, you were asking me about the beard and the decision to grow it out, and is it going to be growing more? So there's a reasoning behind the beard, Kareem. So I'm going to let you know about it, and I've been telling the world about it slowly, slowly.
Okay.
So. End of March, I made the decision to do what's called Vipassana, a silent meditation retreat. So I'm gonna go off to this location. When I get there, I have to hand over my phone. So there's no emails, no phone calls, no text messages, no internet, no books, no paper, no television, nothing. And there's no speaking. So I'm going for 10 days for just a silent meditation. All I can do when I'm there is eat, sleep, and meditate. So I decided to grow out the beard in the Swami wise man look and figured I'm going to fit in over there. And when the MLB season starts, opening day, I will be sitting in silence, not seeing baseball.
You'll be ready with all beer.
Yeah. Could, could you imagine one day, let alone 10 days of no talking whatsoever?
No, I cannot. I don't think I can do it. Good luck.
So if you had to sit down in silence and do nothing but just sit, meditate, how long do you think it'd last?
I don't know. I got to church 1 hour. It takes me more than 10 minutes. So I got to talk all the time. So it's difficult.
So imagine I'm gonna be doing it for 10 days.
Oof.
So
Wow.
during those 10 days of silence, I'm gonna think about the Dodgers situation. I'm gonna think about Trevor Bauer and think how I can fix this for them. So we will see. Um, I think that this year, though, as we're finishing off today in 2025, I think this is the Phillies' last real kick at the can, with all the pitchers and the talent they have, and Harper's getting older, and Castellanos, and you go up and down, Schwarber, everybody's 1 year older, and Real Muto, is he gonna play catcher full time or not? I think this is the Phillies' last real kick. If they don't get it done this year, I think the window's gonna close and close on them, unfortunately. But it's hard. It's hard for 30. You're competing against 29 other teams and being, team number 30. You need to have health, luck, and a lot of talent.
Yep. And they got to play very good. They got to start really hot, and no injuries. And the pitchers got to be healthy. You mentioned it. I mean, they're getting older, wiser. So hopefully they're going to make it to the playoff and see how they do it.
And you got to face the Mets, the Braves, in your division alone. Whew, it's going to be an interesting
Yep.
season for the Phillies. So stay tuned for next week. Kareem's going to be back for another week, and we're going to be talking about Mr. Hall of Famer and hear all about his experiences at the Caribbean Series. So that's Karim Garcia, Jonathan A. Cohen. We'll be back on the Chosen Life podcast.